everyone. Welcome to KOKO, brothers and sisters. So today is Camden Black History season launch event. Proud to be. So the theme is Black Health and Wellness, and it's hosted by Diane Louise Jordan. We want to thank her. So you probably know I'm Councillor Nazma Rahman. I'm also the Deputy Mayor of Camden.
Hi everyone, and really welcome to tonight's launch of Camden's Black History season. In Camden, we've been marking Black History Month with a season for the last couple of years. We run events and activities all the way from October to December. It's our time to come together and to celebrate Black African and Caribbean diaspora and their achievements and contributions of those people to Camden and the UK. When we walk around our borough, we can see the many ways that our Black residents and communities have shaped and impacted Camden. This season really gives us a chance to reflect on the fact that Black culture is culture.
Hello there, I am Diane Louise Jordan. I'm a broadcaster and I'm also the founder of the Making of Black Britain, which I'm going to tell you about in a second. But I want to just say, first of all, I feel so proud of myself because I'm proud, get it? It's a proud event. Because I managed to get through that assault course to get onto the stage, so that's a good start. And so has the Deputy Councillor, Deputy Mayor and Councillor Sabrina, so give them a round of applause. It's amazing. So as I said, I am a broadcaster and I'm also the founder of the Making of Black Britain, MOB for short. And that is a national archive that's designed to collect all your stories, all your personal stories, everybody, to give everybody a voice, the great voices and the hidden voices of every class, every colour, every creed, and right through the generations in our quest to find out what it really means to be British. What does it really mean to belong to this place called Britain? In ensuring that everybody feels welcome, because without us, Camden doesn't exist. We make Camden. Give yourselves a round of applause. And just to give you a taste and flavour of how brilliant Camden is, I'm so delighted to introduce our next guests. Poets, Alicia Gabb and Poetica. Give them a huge round of applause.
There's beauty in the dark, in the not knowing, in the wanting but not having. A grey area filled with colours, watching carefully as the world turns. As we move around like minions, racing from one thing to the next. Our minds so complex, and yet somehow we're lost. That jagged line between wanting to be led and breaking the rules confuses us all. And art seeks to find a deeper meaning. But even if we go deep, we're still shallow in comparison to the moon, the sun, the stars. We're not much, not really. But we do feel, especially when it's cold, layering ourselves up with ego, money, and more stuff we think we need. Inside my grey area, I question everything. And then I close my eyes and colours begin to spark, flickering glimpses of red, empty holes filled with blue, yellow dots from the sun tapping my eyelids, orange film glazing over everything. And I realise I know nothing.
Here we go. We've got one by print, one by memory, and one by screen. So here we go. There has been this particular level of awareness since this self was a little one. And I mean, I just wouldn't want to be anything else other than this. And by this, I mean woman. Afro-Caribbean, Jamaican, ink-slinging, wordsmithing, 20-something woman. I love it. I love how it all comes together, intricately created, matriculated simulation, ancestors meddled in the melanin, God in my adrenaline, feeling the spine align with the divine, the spirit quivers when it settles in, I love it. A past with falling and flying colors, I am the triumphant and evolved victory prize of those before me, those strong, magical, spiritual, intellectual, Carib, African, black people dreamt me and my brothers and sisters, my family, my family. All of time and space exists within. Who knows where the soul goes when we go? One thing I do know is the soul doesn't die. A soul made from energy, light, vibrations, dust, dreams, and a little bit of honey to keep it all together. I love it. For many people, less black, black as, or blacker than me, being as much doesn't matter to them. The outside is just the shell, they say. It's just the color of skin, they say, okay. But I know it and feel it to be deeper, sweeter. A teacher of 3 taught said melanin resides in the ether, I love it. I don't have to be proud of it. I am me and I'm proud of me and I am it. I am that. I am black in time to come and from way back. That's plain facts. I wear my afro like my backbone. That's word out from Jacob Banks, so let me slow down. Heavy is the head that bears the weight of the world with bare thoughts wearing a stone crown, so I guess that we know now. There's no pridefulness about the matter, all this who's blacker, dull chatters, it's just profound. Know who you are. Be proud of yourself. I'm just saying is all, in case you were never showed how.
I want to dance.
Hi everyone. How you doing? Oh, I just want to make some noise for everyone that has been on the stage already. Everyone that has said something that's touched my heart, and just to see the feminine energy and all of the melanin is so beautiful. So yeah, it's an honour to be here today. Yes, I am from South London, but North London is beautiful too. This first song I'm gonna do, I sing and I write to help myself process what's going on in my life. So this song is called OMG. Yeah, I hope you like it. Been conditioned to be for a very, very long time. Comfortable spaces where I roam, but I knew that was not my home. Said I needed to find my own. So I searched and pursued, and this is what I find. I said your heaven is your state of mind. Your thoughts got to be clear. Your thoughts got to be clear. To stay on track, avoid the fears. But oh my God, I got to ground, meditate and pray. Oh my God, cause I felt like I lost my way. Oh my God, she could exercise and daily. Oh my God, so I can do the most high works every day. The system got us living like we are not balanced beings, destroying our families. No, we don't value relationships when we need each other to survive in this life. It's getting ludicrous. Slavery, but now I got to see my challenges as opportunities. But oh my gosh, life is not so what it. Can you sing that? Oh my gosh.
reprogram my psyche. One more time. Oh my God. Eat good, exercise and daily. Oh my God. Know that Jah will pave the way. Oh my, 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 oh my. Life is beautiful, don't you waste it. Free your mind, stay vigilant. Yeah. Life is beautiful, don't you waste it. Free your mind, stay vigilant. But oh my gosh, I got the ground meditate and pray. Sing. Oh my God. 'Cause I felt like I lost my way. Oh my God. Eat good, exercise and daily. Oh my God. I know that Jah will pave. I know that Jah will pave. See, and as we pray, oh my gosh, you gotta put the Most High in yourself every day, oh my gosh. So we growl, meditate, and pray.
Hello everyone! I'm Tian and I'm a children's entertainer for my own company, Magical. And yes, I'm going to be in 10 different libraries all the way up until December. Yeah, 10 different libraries. And I do normally have a younger audience, so you have to do what the younger audience would do, right? Because you are my younger audience today. So I would normally get my audience to wiggle their fingers so that I know that they're doing good listening, right? That's so fantastic! And I'm only going to be able to tell you a little bit of a story, but I'm telling you one of my favourite stories that was told to me when I was a child. And it's a West African folk tale called The Fire Children. So, would you like to hear it? Yes. Right. Two curious spirit people landed with a bump on the earth. Now my stories are interactive, so I always have loads and loads of different props. I couldn't bring that many. But these are the spirit people, Kwaku and Asuya. Now, when they landed on the earth, they loved it, of course, and they spent weeks, years, running around through the leaves and naming all the animals and singing with the birds and the falling leaves from the trees. And then one day, they had an idea. Now, they had an idea to take the clay from the earth and create some smaller figures that look like themselves. Smaller figures with heads and arms and legs, and they decided to bake them in the fire. So they baked them in the fire, and the idea was that when they had finished baking, they would breathe life into them and they would call them children. Oh! But worried that they were doing something wrong, a few hiccups along the way happened whilst they were baking their children in the fire. And the children came out to be all different types of colours. There were white ones and rosy pink ones and honey yellow ones and midnight black ones and nutmeg brown ones and dusky red ones. And if you want to know why the children came out in all different colours, you'll have to come to one of my readings. So yes, thank you very much. I'm Jan.
So how do you do that? How do you have something that we look at really impacting who we are inside?
Okay, so I started actually as a coach. I'm a counsellor, a coach, I'm a photographer as well. So I'm creative, and what happened, my own personal story is that we moved house. So we moved house and it came time for me to decorate and to do up our new home. And I didn't know what to do, I was really stuck. And I realised that when I found what I wanted to do, which was to really express myself through colour and through just having lots of different textures and layers, I hadn't done that in our previous home. And I hadn't done that because I was kind of depressed. And I realised that there was a kind of connection between how I was feeling and what I did inside my house. So when I felt stuck and a bit depressed, I kind of played it quite safe in the home. And then when I decided that I wanted to do something to kind of break out of that, I embraced colour and just embraced kind of expressing and finding different things that meant a lot to me, and kind of getting rid of things that didn't inspire me in the house. I mean, I'm not saying, Diane, that I've got a home that is like pristine and looks like a magazine cover every day. I haven't. It's not about that. It's about just being kind of intentional, I think, with using interior design and decorating. And then I also, when I became an interior designer, I discovered, partly through my training, I discovered a really amazing technique that helped me, and I use it with all my clients, and I use it with everybody that I work with, and it's about choosing 5 words. And also with the 5 words, one of the important things to do is to put emotion into what you want to do with your home. So choosing an emotion, it's not just about popping down to the local wherever and going, oh, I just want to get that wallpaper because it's not on trend. It's about finding what means something to you emotionally and then injecting that into the home, because that sort of impacts everything, So if you decide your emotion is energetic, then you can choose a colour that is energetic an emotion? It kind of is. Let's just say it is for now. It kind of is, isn't it? But so then you can use the emotion to help you inform the choices of what you then put into your home.
Black bastards, black youths are so threatening. Black Mark dug an excuse for a harsh lesson. Rashawn Charles, Chris Crabber, and now Edson. Kill a black man and put that on the expenses. Black blood for black heart, that's expensive. Black male and black guard, be attentive. Black girl with black charm, that's aggressive. Call a man white, they're saying that that's offensive. Black hole, black spirit, black magic. Half black prince, but never a black palace. Black face, paint it on with a black palette. Black culture so fun till it turns tragic. I wrote that at a time, a particularly sensitive time during the uprising of the sort of Black Lives Matter protests. And one of the things that emerged at the time was, hold on, Hyle, you're a co-founder of a research and communications agency. What on earth are you doing writing a piece of work that you're planning on uploading to Spotify? And I ended up uploading that piece to Spotify under a pseudonym, or under an acronym for the name of our business, Word on the Curb. And one of the reasons I felt so compelled to do that, as I said, is because it felt as though it was commensurate with this idea of doing what you shouldn't be doing, or doing what you can't. And I think that that's important for 2 reasons. One of which is because I think as a black entrepreneur and as black people, I know many of the people in this room are of black British or Afro-Caribbean heritage, I think that's been one of our superpowers. I think, even statistically speaking, unfortunately, and these are just some very unfortunate statistics related to the black experience in the UK, but 40% of black people in this country live in poverty, 45% of black people in this country grow up in social housing, which is an indicator for poverty. Myself as a black man, I was more likely to be excluded from the education system than to achieve 3 A's. These are all statistical facts. And so, if I cast my mind back actually to a period when I was in year 7, I remember producing a piece of work, a piece in English literature, which my teacher, Miss Kennedy, decided was plagiarized. Just on her own accord, she said, it's a plagiarized piece of work, it would be really great if you hadn't copied this. And I remember I told my mum, and my mum had been fed up of my protestations about this particular Miss Kennedy. And she She waded into my school in Southwest London, and the teacher told my mum that she was concerned that I would become a statistic. This is all true. This is back in 2003, I think it was. My mum proceeded to tell me to leave the room, and they closed the door. Still don't know what happened. But I know the next day in school, whenever I raised my hand, she was finally like, "Yep, hi, old, do you want to say something?"
There we go, yeah. Yeah, big up all the amazing people and their inspiration over the years. This one goes like this. Them that God shall get, them that's not shall lose. So the Bible says that it still is new. Yeah. Mama may have, and Papa he may have, but God bless the child that's got his own, that's got his own. Yeah. Rich relations give crust of bread and such. You can have your own, but don't take too much. Why? Mama may have and Papa he may have, but God bless the child that's got his or her own. God bless the child that you see. You gotta have your own. Lots of friends standing around your door. Yeah, but when that money's gone, no, and the spending it ends, well, they just don't come around no more. Ooh. You gotta care about your spiritual health. You got to know that you got it all. Yeah. And when they try to take you down, baby, please don't frown, 'cause you know that you blessed. Forget about the stress. Yeah, no. You see, it's funny. Actually, it's really kind of funny. See, so many people now seem to love my afro. They come up saying, "Can I touch it? And is it real?" Fascinated by the way it defies gravity, reaching up to the heavens in all its glory. Natural antennas that keep me connected. See, when I let it go, yo, it frees me. No bondage means no captivity. Showing off its unique beauty, defining the blood that runs through this body. Strongest gene, Jamaican, Black, African, with a touch of Chinese, Australian, Irish, and all of them. You see, my fro should let you know that I'm not afraid of myself. Yes, I will delve on the shelf of self, but not pity, 'cause yo, I love me. In all of my big exotic mango life, gotta look twice, thrice, sexy, magnificent, glorious, pathetic, can't touch it. Beautiful, divine, gifted, affectionate. Yet humble me, yet humble me. Yeah. Yeah. And I just need to tell myself regularly that I'm special, you're special. Said each one of us, yeah, We are special, yeah. We got our own kind. Yeah. We got our own firm. You can take that down for me. You got your own. I got my own. Yeah. I got my
Basically, Black-owned London, we are a platform that's looking to basically engage and enhance the economic platform for black businesses in London. And the story behind actually how it started hopefully guides you towards engaging with us moving forward. Because it started with a problem, and the problem was a friend of mine from the States came over and said, "Hey Alex, where's good, that's reputable, that's black-owned in London?" The marketer in me, because my background is marketing, was also that the journey to finding this was pretty hard. And in this world where everyone is consumer-driven, it's like everything's just quick, and it's got to be presented in the right way, that just wasn't there. And it really actually just tells a story about our community in general. The overarching narrative that actually we're not really that well represented when it comes to business, when it comes to the stories, the narrative around entrepreneurs and black entrepreneurs in this country. And so that's basically led to where Black-owned London is today. It's a platform that directs, narrates, and engages. And the question around that is why? Because I get that a lot, especially when you come up with a name that is so provocative for some reason for some people to say Black-owned London. Like, why do you need it? Why's that got to happen? And it's interesting because with that search, finding the first business, I went out, I was like, let me go out and find out and say, with my chest, I've been to this business, it's amazing, I'm going to start recommending it to people. So, you've got to put your best foot forward and do it yourself. So I went out, and what I found was not just fantastic businesses, but fantastic people. And that, in a sense, basically launched everything for me. It was understanding that you could walk into a place and see someone who is absolutely passionate about creating their businesses and giving back to the community all at the same time.
Gosh, do you know what, Alex? You just said it all, really. Isn't it? Some of the older people in the room will know that back in the days, we weren't so supportive of one another. And what we're seeing tonight, we're seeing people that are already friends on this stage, people that are making friends, supporting one another, encouraging you to support one another. And here we're ending the evening with a young man who is committed to business, but not forgetting to be generous and to bring all his friends, brothers, sisters, strangers along on the journey as well. Really committed, really intentional about sharing and because there is enough of the pie for all of us. We're all individually wonderfully and creative and excellently made, and we've all got something so extraordinary to give. So one of the best things is to give, because the more you give, the more you get. Give. And I will and it's about making friends, isn't it? It's relationship. Sometimes you go to these events and they're like, oh, let's all network. Well, networking's a bit greedy. It's about me, what can I get? Making friends, creating relationships, they're meaningful, and it means that you care about the other person. And if you're caring about them, you can guarantee someone's caring about you as well. So I really love this new idea of how we do business, and that it crosses, because I know that there are people on the stage here who are, interconnecting with Alex, and the business and the music and the arts. It's all working together. Everyone bringing their great talents together. So there is enough room at the table for us all, and we really must share. We have come to the end of this really brilliant evening. I am in awe of the talent and the generosity that's just here, oozing through over there, and also your warmth that's been coming back as well. You really are incredible. Thank you for coming. And I just, before we leave, there will be a bit of time afterwards to have a drink at the bar, and isn't it a lovely venue? And to get to know each other and see what you can do to help somebody else. Reach out, offer your love, your skill, your ability, your kindness. Offer something, because I guarantee it will always come back. And I just want to thank some of the people that we haven't seen that have made this event happen. Thanks to Nikki, who's yeah. Make friends with Nikki, because she really makes things happen. And she's nice. But I also want to thank Jonathan, who's just been down there. He's quiet and amazing, and he's been making the sound happen. Sound guys, all the team round at the back as well. DJ Keisha, wasn't she amazing when we came in? Give her a huge round of applause. The gorgeous photographers, the guys that made the coffee, the pizza people, everybody here, and these wonderful ladies who've just been expressing what it means to be British. Yeah, they are sensational. So give them a big thank you. Thank you. You're phenomenal. Have a great evening. Go out, be generous, and inspire and help somebody else. Thank you.